Hi there, I'm Dr. Dymacz, and I welcome you to a little bit of learning about the main leadership styles. If you watched my previous video, Management versus Leadership, you may recall some critical points. Leadership is not management. We manage things, but we lead people. Leading is inspiring others, while management is maintaining the business in a very tiny nutshell. But how do you lead? Well, that's your leadership style. That's your approach, your way of leading. Now, you might be saying, but I'm unique. I have my own style. Well, hold that thought. There are many styles and a lot of groupings of styles. As time goes on, styles build upon styles to make new substyles. Depending on what book you read, you get a different grouping. More unique situations pave the way for more styles. Now, I would love to spend hours, days on all of these, but let's make it simpler. Let's focus on the primary seven: autocratic, democratic, laissez faire, transactional, transformational, servant, and situational. That's the main styles in most literature. As time goes on and society evolves, these still pretty much stay the same, at least fundamentally. Let's dive into each one. First, we have the autocratic style. With this style, the leader calls the shots with little or no input from the team. There is strict control and clear direction. This came from Max Weber in the early 1920s, a key figure in sociology, and is rooted in early military and industrial practices. It's best used for a crisis or when there is low skill needed but a high volume of tasks. It's not so good for creativity or a highly skilled team where the people are supposed to think for themselves and you hired experts to tell you what we should ideally do. Second, we have the democratic style. The leader wants the team to participate. The decision is a group effort. There is collaboration, shared responsibility, and we include everyone's perspective. This came from Kurt Lewin, a famous psychologist, and dates back to around the 1930s. It's a good style for building engagement and morale, which are always important. It's not so good when you need a quick, critical decision. There are multiple decision makers that try to debate, and sometimes for a while. Third, laissez faire. The term is French and means let do, or more loosely translated as leave it alone. Another name for this is hands off leadership. When you are hands off, you don't butt in. It's the opposite of micromanagement. With this style, the leader lets the team make most decisions. There is strong autonomy, lots of self direction. This is also from Kurt Lewin's Studies on Leadership Climates, again around the 1930s. This style is great when leading experts or very motivated employees that don't need you for the work guidance. It's not so great when the team is not experienced, not fully mature, and needs structure. Fourth, the transactional style. This is a simple one. It's rewards if you do well and punishments if you don't. It's very performance based, target based. There's structure and there are rules. This one again is from Max Weber around the late 1970s, which later Bernard Bass, a famous psychologist, expanded around the mid 1980s. This style works for routine and organized tasks, cookie cutter tasks. It's not so good if you have a dynamic environment with agility and innovation where each task may be unique and employees need to figure out what to do. Fifth, the transformational style. It's often called the opposite of transactional. Here, the leader inspires and motivates through vision, enthusiasm, and influence. During transformation, there is a lot of emotional engagement. The leader tries to help you transform into someone greater. This one came from James McGregor Burns in the late 1970s, a historian and political scientist, and later Bernard Bass expanded it in the mid 1980s. It's great for change and long term development because change takes a while and often needs us to change or transform along the way. It's not so good when the team needs structure or routine. Sixth, we have servant leadership. That's an important one. You may have heard this one mentioned often. The leader puts everyone before themselves. It's very selfless. There is strong empathy, lots of listening, and tremendous focus on the growth of followers. You serve those you lead. Servant leadership came from Robert Greenleaf in 1970, an author, educator, and an AT&T executive. It's best for building trust and ethics of leadership. It's not good if you have a rather competitive and aggressive environment where everyone tries to get ahead and only thinks about themselves. Think of a cutthroat company. We all wish to be servant leaders, but it's not that easy, as you can already imagine. And for our lucky seven, we have situational leadership. Here, the leader adapts based on a combination of the team and the task, which makes up the situation. The style tries to be flexible. The leader changes between directing and supporting, depending on the person and what they are doing. It's a style that came from Paul Hersey and Ken Blanchard from the late 1960s, both management experts. Situational leadership is great when working with a team filled with people of a mix of different levels of skill and competence, and when tasks change frequently, like a short term project. It's not great when you have a team that wants uniform treatment, and based on my own observation and experience, it's not great when your team starts to notice that you treat some employees differently. You may be doing what you know is best, adapting to the situation, but that's not what others may see, and some people may want you to treat them the way you treat someone else, feeling that you are favoring some. At least that's their observation. That can cause some confusion. It's also a difficult style for leaders because it takes a lot of energy to cater your approach to different situations. So there you have it, the seven common styles. Yes, you can mix them. The most important thing is that the styles are tools in your leadership toolbox. Understand the styles and you can apply them as needed, whether to the whole team or to individuals. Hence, focus on understanding the basic seven. That helps you answer three vital questions in difficult situations. One, what style am I using? Two, how is it working? And if it's not working so well, three, what style would be better? I'm Dr. Dymacz, and this has been a little bit of learning. Thank you for joining me.